Friday Night Football. Basil Zemplis tonight.
Good on you, Dan. Thank you. Selwood then with a handball. He goes long down towards full forward Podsiadly. Here's Stevie J. Only lasted 4 seconds last week. He bends it back, and within 90 seconds, he's got the opening goal of the game.
The first quick step.
So Schoenmakers moves it quickly. Puopolo to target. Well done, Taylor Hunt. He got it down to Chapman in front, who sends it long back inside 50. Hawkins one-handed, pushed off it by Schoenmakers. It falls down in front. Christensen snap. Another one for the Cats. Fast start by Geelong. They've got 2 goals inside 3.5 minutes. It is a dream start for the team, with 8 in a row against their opponents tonight.
And Steve Johnson, Joel Selwood, 3 kicks each. Not disposals, but kicks. They've just found teammates, found targets. Gee, they've started well, Geelong. Couldn't have asked for anything better for the Cats.
Well, one of the areas where Geelong have had an advantage over Hawthorn over the past couple of years has been the long...
Stevenson got him. Well done, big man.
Goes on immediately, Chapman. So good last week. Goes down towards half forward. What a clever kick. Sending Bartel into space, tries to do likewise and succeeds. I would have thought. So important this kick. He was very good last week, close to best on ground. 41 goals for the season. He's feeling it. He puts it through. Terrific start by the Cats.
It's elite kicking efficiency all year. They're going at 45% at the moment. I don't think it's so much their kicking, it's the pressure that Geelong are putting on them. It's red hot down here.
Clean possession this time from Roughhead. Guerra managed to get a kick away. It's taken by Taylor Hart. How about that? Chapman lurking 15 metres out on a slight angle. He'll kick for Geelong's 4th. He plays on quickly, and you betcha they've got it 4 in a row. Geelong. The target, Selwood up from behind. That's brilliantly done by Christensen. Back to Selwood. Selwood's kick for Smets, for rather Duncan, and Duncan marks about 65 from home. Short one on in defence.
Well, how'd that happen there?
Played on again quickly. He goes back to Duncan from outside 50 for 5 in a row for the Cats.
Looking for a target. Nothing much down the ground. Now it's Burgoyne's problem. That's better. Spotted a man who created his own space. Young gives it to Rioli. It's 2-on-1. This will be interesting. Oh, brilliant. Lewis to Bruce. This could give them a boost. And the boost comes from Bruce. And he puts it through. They needed that one. My goodness.
And now they've got it just on the attacking edge of the square with Stevie J. Possession number 9. Well, I guess he's fresh. He hardly played last week. Scarlett, the handball for Chapman. Wonderful kick.
Further to leave, Geelong are winning the contest, particularly in these forward 50 zones.
3 goals last week for Chappie. This for a 32-point lead. Pow.
Sometimes he operates on a need-to-know basis, and rarely anyone knows. Coming through Enright, feeds it forward. Sheringan's away, runs beyond the wing, backing back quickly as Hawkins, cutting the angle as Chapman. Short one goes to Chapman, and Chapman's taken the mark. Oh, that was brilliant. Another man's space. Beautiful. So Chapman, the J curve, puts it through. Hawthorn in trouble. The alarm bells are sounding. The Cats are back in town.
Direct opponent and then losing that contest.
Opposite coach's box, I'm told, Dennis. Opposite coach's box.
Oh.
Here's Sewell then through the middle of the ground. A handball for Puopolo. Not a good one. He had to paddle, but he did gather the paddle. He kicks inside 50. Taylor at the back. Gunston. That's a good pick up by Bruce. He gave it to Lewis. He left the football behind. Is that in the back? Yes, it is. Against Lonergan.
It's on the ground. If you tackled him correctly,
So a different coach's box, the other one. Well, even as a player, I think Clarkson was an equal opportunity thumper. So I wouldn't rule it out, Baz.
Yeah, he went over the ball Lewis, but then the high tackle. The player over the ball has to always get the free if it's there before the holding the ball is adjudicated.
He's got 24 goals this season. They badly need this one, the Hawks. And Lewis obliges right through the middle. The Hawks have got their second.
Standing this year, as good as the start has been from the Cats, that late goal, maybe another one here for Hawks, really important.
Or the other way, out of the middle, Walker inside the forward 50. Offhands, a chance at the back. Weira did well, falling to the ground. Got it to Gibson, who did very badly. Chapman's pressure, great. And the goal comes from Stevie Johnson. He's got two. Chapman is playing inspired football.
He's been good. And Steve Johnson, he's just been fantastic around the middle of the ground. He's such creative with the ball in the hands. He's had 10 disposals, and just something usually comes from Steve Johnson. He's kicked his couple of goals, he's set a few more up, and Chapman, of course, has just been really strong in their forward line.
Richo, you spoke earlier about the disposal efficiency of the Hawks. Are you noticing anything down at ground level about the intensity from the Geelong players?
Oh, no doubt about that. They're just not letting the Hawthorn players find any space at all. I think the way to beat Hawthorn now is to play.
Young now, dangerous handball. Kelly strips him of it, high fend off. He gets it out to Stokes. Handball forward. Selwood did nicely. Gave it back to Chapman. They set up again through Mackey. Look at their space everywhere. And Marking College in Perth, a famous boys' school behind the Wacker. Trinity with 14 old boys currently in the AFL. 3 more than Xavier College. And this for number 9.
Just the defensive side of left centre wing. Mackey goes and finds it, the boy from Glenelg.
You're seeing one-on-one contests all over the ground because Geelong are playing one-on-one on Hawthorn. Hawthorn are forced to play one-on-one back on Geelong, which is not their natural go.
Handball back to Harry Taylor, and Hawkins, 24-year-old in the best form of his career. 41 goals for the season coming in. He kicks from right on the 50. It's a wonderful kick off the boot, right through the middle. Make it a perfect 10 for the Cats.
They've got enough class to get right back into their game, but they need to start exerting some dominance around the clearances.
9 goals, 3 in that opening term from Geelong. Their highest ever first quarter against the Hawks in their 150th clash. It's been some sort of start by the Cats. Gibson now, handball backwards for Sewell. A wobbly ball inside 50. Tough one to control. Bruce pulled off it. Lonergan didn't need to do that, and he's given away a relatively easy free kick.
Geelong got the first goal, but Hawthorn have had
Getting down, you can't pick up the footy if you're holding back like that.
a pretty good first few minutes. They only had 6 tackles in the first quarter. They've had 5 tackles already in the first 3 or 4 minutes. I mean, the way back is to make sure Geelong can't get clear. Then you build from that spot.
He's kicked a goal already tonight. 33 for the season. The Hawks badly need this one, and he's threaded it through. There's the Hawks' third. It's back to 45.
Weira wide, taken by Birchall.
Fine there, James. Thanks.
On the logo.
Move it on. Play on. Play on.
Asked to go. He had it a long time. The men covered. Rioli coming with a big fly, worked his way towards the front, but Hale standing at the back. He judged at the best, and he has been paid the mark.
He's optimistic
Hale's
from...
mark. He's got that first. Father Con.
No doubt about that.
No, a bit optimistic from Big Oren there. That was clearly Hale's. This is his great advantage, is the genuine #1 ruckman for Hawthorn. He can go forward and take a mark. Positive signs here for the Hawks.
That's their first mark inside 50 tonight for David Hale, and that was a long, high entry. You're not going to mark too many when it's coming in like that.
He was playing for North at the time, but his career best is 8 goals against Geelong back in round 21, 2008. The 28-year-old to make it 2 in a row for the Hawks. The run starts.
Put it forward like a fly half. Taken by Podsy Adley. Kicks it down towards half-board. Bounces on its point. Charging in Guerra. Chapman is down. That really hurt. Guerra took him right up the middle. Coming away is Burgoyne. Drives it down towards half-forward. White cross. Up he goes. 29 possessions last week. A career high. 15 marks. Lays it off to Gunston. Gunston goes in and kicks the goal. It started back there, and Chapman has starred tonight, paid a hefty price.
Yeah, again, Burgoyne was in the contest, but it was Guerra who just came through with the footy. He looks like he's made contact on the way through. But that's one of the few occasions tonight where the Hawthorn defence has just looked more robust than the Geelong forwards in that contested ball area.
Whitecross is having a breakout season. He's one of their lesser-known players. Chapman to his feet. Ears are ringing. That's shaking the wax in there. Up comes Chapman.
Chips it short to Isaac Smith. One of those beautiful kickers of the football.
This is what Geelong have done really well, is just to shut down forward of the footy.
Birchall to Young. Roughhead, the handball for Mitchell. Needs to sit for him. It does. Kicks around Christensen. Long one. Hodge. Rioli up in front. Oh, Cyril. Terrific grab.
Well, I think that's where their marking has to come from. Their bigger forwards are just being completely overwhelmed by the Geelong tool. So whether it be Hodge pushing into Taylor so he can't get at the mark, or Rioli jumping third up, those medium players, medium-sized forwards for Hawthorn, they have to be their goal kickers.
How big is this kick?
For 4 in a row for the Hawks, Cyril delivers. It's back to 23 points, less than a minute to play in the second term. And the Hawks well and truly back in business.
Geelong's biggest margin, 51 points just after quarter time. Geelong 10 goals in the first 33 minutes, none in the last 27. Mitchell, Rioli, can they get another? Inside the last minute of the half, kick goes inside the forward 50, and Roughhead clutches it in the first term. Going for the last 5 goals in the game, the Hawks. Jared Roughhead in, kick is on the way. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, Friday Night Football is alive now. The Hawks are coming after the Cats. You couldn't have drawn it up any better. This is Birchall. Birchall to Young. Left foot almost that time got him into trouble. And he pinpoints the ball amidst about 3 Hawks and found Duncan. That wasn't his choice. Duncan's got the football to send the Cats back inside their forward 50. What a beautiful kick. Mackey. Worried about getting across to Stevenson. Mackey, a couple of late goals last week. This one is good. He comes forward to good effect. He does it so often.
Work Hawthorn. That's where they've got their best chance.
Josh Hunt, the spiral down the middle. Hawkins missed it. The back of the pack, Guerra slipped as he kicked. He was taken high as a result. Now, that was most unfortunate. Guerra, slow to get up, involved in an incident earlier. Play-on's the call. Burgoyne kicks a goal. So while Searle was, or rather, he was picking himself up, his teammate kicked the goal. Nothing to that one. Guerra, his plant foot just gave way underneath him.
Here's a slip and hit, nothing in that, just slipped at the inopportune time, and then all players stopped and play on was called. I think you play the whistle.
It was going to be back to Guerra. Guerra runs up towards the wing, puts Suckling under pressure. Josh Hunt took him down. Selwood, the skipper. Scarlett, the champion, goes inside the square again. They're determined to use the corridor. Kick comes across nicely from Podsy Adley. Mark is taken by Bartel. Chapman. That wasn't from an interchange, was it, Lee?
20 seconds now.
It's all right, no, just wondering. So Chapman studiously, brilliantly puts it through the middle. The veteran's got 4 tonight. Paul Chapman.
Taylor stood tall. Good grab at the back.
All Luke Hodges is trying to do is to keep Taylor out of the contest, but Taylor just keeps forcing himself to the footy.
Harry Taylor's kick, not a good one. Brewster's in here. He needs to get around Scarlett. Uses Rioli. Back to Lewis. The chip kick over the top. Gunston can go. He's kicked 1 goal tonight. He's kicked 2 or more goals in 6 of the last 7 weeks. Recruited from Adelaide. 2 years at the Crows. 1 here at the Hawks. And he slots it home.
He's very reliable. A hand in there, just a little hand, in more ways than one, and got the ball on the ground. Fuapolo. It'll be a hairy hand. He drives it inside the forward 50. Hale, off hands, whistle, not sure it's play on. He goes in and kicks the goal, goes Gunston. It was going to be a Hawk free.
Time. Play goes on. Shields with a long one towards Hale. Sewell bounced away from him. Well done, Stevenson. The quick kick forward.
Schmetz did nicely. Christensen back into the action. Goes down towards full forward. Well, how did Hawkins get behind Schoenmakers? Schoenmakers went over the footy again. Walker throws it on the boot and kicks a goal. Something out of nothing. Doesn't break stride, pulls away, sends it long down towards Hawthorn. The danger may be on the ground. Look for Rioli. He'll be arriving very quickly. Gunston to Rioli on the 50, just lobs it short, and the mark is taken by Fuapolo.
Opposite side of the ground, but good build-up by the Hawks.
Gunston becoming a very dangerous forward. Fuapolo knows how to kick a goal, and he steers it home. The margin back to 12 points. 17 at half-time. He's got 18 now. So they've done a job on him. Kelly has got the role, you can see, paying him close attention. And so too Johnson. They got him in the old pincer movement. Kelly got the football as well. That's a bonus. Threw it on the boot, and the mark is taken by Hunt. Hunt is about 80 metres out, but he can kick it a long way. Down towards Hawkins. Oh, that was good.
Whether Hawkins actually weighs any more than he weighed 12 months ago, but he just looks bigger, doesn't he? He just looks bigger and stronger on the majority of the opponents that he plays on. He just looks too strong.
Feels really comfortable, Lee, as the focal point for the Geelong forward line. Obviously, Podsiadly hasn't played a hell of a lot this year.
Runs around, snaps and kicks it. Suddenly, Tommy Hawkins is a dead-eye dick.
And the skipper's game is done.
So off in the way, second up. Even the great ones. Roughhead slips a hand pass away. Burgoyne is sent through and he kicks a goal. He's got 2. Johnson juggled, attempted the mark. Schoenmakers did a lot of juggling. Spills free of the pack. Opportunity for Hawkins. Put to ground. Picked up by Whitecross. Finds a way through. Gave it to Burgoyne. Brilliant hand pass. Releases Suckling. He can kick it a long way. Suckling. Well, he allowed 2 Geelong players to collide numerically. 19 and 20 on the deck. Hand pass comes from Smith. Fuapolo lines up. And he's got another one. Gee, he's kicked some important goals.
51 points from that point on. 11-9 the Hawks. 4-7 Geelong. Ball kicked forward. Smets is the target. Guerra doing the work. He got Podsiadly high. And the umpire, a late whistle.
I think he's going to have a busy week. He's going to have a busy week, Guerra.
I just wonder there, did the umpire see it out of the corner of his eye, or did he just take a moment to consider what he'd seen?
No, it's the rise of the elbow again. That's not the best angle to look at it.
I suspect it's mainly chest, but it gets it slipped up to under the chin there, which is what umpire McBurney eventually played.
So Podsiadly just 1 behind tonight. This to make the margin 13 points again. He kicks and gives the Cats a little bit of breathing space. First game for Geelong since round 14, just his 13th for the season. Huffing and puffing a little. He's kicked a very important goal. Here's Kelly out of the pack. He sends it long down towards full forward, and Hawkins Hawkins worked his way to the front, and you can see the shrug of the shoulders. Not happy Schoenmakers, and Hawkins is in. He's marked and will go back and kick for his fourth.
Simple really, isn't it, when you think of it? I mean, if you get your hands on the footy, well, the opponent can't mark it, but Schoenmakers could have gone at the footy then, but he's just wondering all the time where Hawkins is, second-guessing his positioning.
We mentioned at the outset, Lee, that he's been the whipping boy, Schoenmakers. This won't help, will it? If Hawkins can kick his fourth here and make it a 19-point gap for the Cats. The reigning premier showing tremendous courage on a Friday night. It is back to 19.
To Tom Hawkins. His first four since the very first game he played here back in 07 against Melbourne. Amazing stuff. Big leap there from Smith. Thumps it out wide. Taken by Shields under pressure. 60 metres from goal. Heads for home. Some tall timber down there for the Cats. Spills free though. Mackey tackled by Smith. Gunston's got the footy. Goes to Rioli. And Rioli snaps a brilliant goal. Well done by Jack though. Jack Gunston fought his way through that. Rioli gets his second. And Gunston is so dangerous on that forward line. The Hawks knew what they were doing when they went after him.
They look like they're quite happy at the stoppage to actually jump third up and try and punch the ball into space. Hawthorn, as if that's going to work better for them than the ball coming in tight. And that was really got the key. I think it was Shields who actually drove the ball in long from that third up stoppage. Then it becomes just, can we win the ball close to goal? Gunston got his hands on it.
Geez, it was good hands by Gunston to feign the first hand pass and see that Rioli was the player in space.
You need to find opponents' bodies.
Stevenson knocks it down. Missed there by Suckling. Came back to him. Smothered off the boot by Stokes. Grabbed by Lewis. Hurried kick towards half forward. Bounces off the chest of the man in front, Bruce. Socket off the ground, Fuopolo. That towards the attacking 50. Coming up to meet it, Roughhead. The hands too slick. Second chance for Bruce, though. Roughhead spots a man out wide. And Gunston again.
Looks like he's got terrific low ball drop, so he usually has really good control hand to foot.
We'll learn more right here. Right behind him, Gunston. That's beautiful. It's coming back. It's got the carry, I think it has. He just sneaks it home. There's a goal of difference at the MCG on a Friday night.
Isaac Smith with a free kick.
They've got Stevenson on Rioli in the square.
He's a thumping kick, but look at this. Whitecross all on his own. He marks 40 metres out, slight angle.
Again, a couple of inside 50 marks. It means you have a set shot at goal.
Yeah, you can stay with your man, Mark.
Hawthorn have just started to get a few as the game has gone on. Geelong dominated early. Hawthorn have evened it up. The scoreboard's certainly ticking over. It's whichever side go forward looks like scoring at the moment.
Whitecross has had 16 possessions tonight. Hawthorn have not been level since they bounced the ball at the start of the game. It's all tied up on a Friday night.
He's very much a role player, isn't he, Whitecross? But that was a beautiful kick under a high degree of pressure.
Aren't these centre bounces critical from this point onwards? Because both sides are scoring 16 goals, 10, 16 goals apiece. Just who can get the ball running forward? And Hawthorn just look like they've taken control in the last 5 minutes or so, the last 3 or 4 centre bounces.
Great poise again by Hawthorn. Great skills by Whitecross. This is a brilliant game of football.
Pulsating, isn't it?
Brilliant game of footy.
Yes.
And we'll really get to see which of the players stand up for their respective clubs. Luke Hodge, the captain of the Hawks, is obviously substituted off. In the middle now, they've got Lewis and Burgoyne again. They're the
Knocked the ball over the line. It was brilliantly done by Stratton just moments ago. He left his man. Chapman was open. He created the contest, and the turnover has resulted in the ball being at Hawthorn's end of the ground. Stevenson, he's done a power of work. Here's Sewell to put the Hawks in front. He's kicked a goal.
Well, there were some fantastic efforts up the other end. We know that stoppage still kicked the goal, but the Stratton who had the courage to come off his opponent to intercept, and then Young, who's basically ran 80 metres from the full-back line to the wing to get the release player to get it into that part of the ground. But Fantastic effort by Sewell. Just fought his way to the footy.
Stratton's really impressed me tonight. He's only had the 9 disposals, but his work in decision-making as much as anything cross half-back was terrific. The Hawks, this is great for Hawthorn Footy Club. Real belief to come from behind like this again.
An element of just willing yourself to the footy. And that's what Sewell did right then.
They're wasting no time. He kicks in. Lonergan didn't get it on the full. White cross, hurting him back towards the line. Enright arrives. He's got to get around Bruce. The tackling pressure enormous. Lewis gets a hand in there. Now Motlop arrives. Still not out of danger. Chapman worked his way forward. Here's Shield. Hale, an unlikely hero. Hale, the unlikely hero. No. Touched ball. And it's 8 points now.
17 minutes since a Geelong score. Christensen, enormous pressure building from the Hawks. Hale loops it over the top. Young lacking support, just flings it forward inside the defensive 50. It's taken by Chapman. Throws it on the boot towards the outer side. Pitches just beyond the logo. Swooping on the loose ball is Duncan. Into the path of Scarlett. Surely a free kick. Nothing doing for Scarlett. Oh, wonderful Smets. Charged down the hand pass from Birchall. Goes to Hawkins. And Hawkins has snapped a goal. He's got 5. The Hawks lead by 2 points.
One against the flow there. Certainly felt like the Hawks had
Should have been a free kick there, but they got it back Geelong, didn't they?
That's a great intercept there by Billy Smets. Hawkins has been a thorn all night. Started the game really well for the Cats. Great play there, but you've got the feel the run was with the Hawks. And that was one against the flow for the Cats.
All night, Lee, we've talked about the psychology of the 8 in a row. What about that psychology right here?
It's nothing to do with that now. Now it's just tonight's contest. But the one thing that Hawthorn know in the back of their mind, Geelong keep coming. That's the one little nagging thing that's in the back of the mind.
Back to 2 points. Hale goes up, bobbled around. He got his kick away eventually. Rioli overran it. Enright stood up for a long time, then was taken to ground. Sewell, I think, at the bottom of that pack. And the ball is going to be bounced yet again. Less than 3 minutes to play. Hawthorn lead it by 2 points.
Well, they lead it, Baz. That's the most important stat of all. They're 2 points in front at the moment, so they need to use that confidence and have the steely resolve and get the job done.
8 straight they've won Geelong, 4 of them by less than a goal. Here's Mitchell. His kick out wide. White cross now running. Ball pitches on the logo and bounces kindly. Lonergan chasing. White cross. Long kick inside 50. Bruce was there. Could have gone for the mark. Taylor now. Important. He played it coolly, the veteran. Over the line or behind. It's Hawthorn's lead. 3 points with 2.5 to play.
Enright straight down the middle. Not a good kick, though. Hale's been very important in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Takes the mark.
They don't know how long there is to go, of course. We know it's about 2.5 minutes, but Hawthorn, all they know it's about 29 minutes 39 on the clock.
So Young's got it.
Just need to maintain possession. You need to work together. It becomes a work rate thing here for the Hawks.
Alistair Clarkson up on his toes. Young, penetrating kick inside the forward 50. Falls to Savage, tackled by Christensen. Savage did well. Rioli in trouble, goes to Fuopolo. Deep in the pocket, Brewster fumble taken by Taylor. Gives it to Kelly. Kelly drives it back towards half-back. Oh, down went Selwood. Met there by Mitchell. Brilliant smother. The kick came out there from, I think it was Bartel. Bartel goes again on his knees. Mitchell knocks it goalward. Taken down there by Walker. Walker tried to kick it forward. That's a tough, uncompromising pack, and the umpire will bounce it right on the numbers.
What about this effort here? This is a great collision. Joel Selwood hits the deck and bounces it straight back up. And directing traffic. He's a young captain in charge of his team.
Wow. This is interesting now, isn't it? The players will get a little breather. Not sure who this favours, Lee. Just a little stoppage.
Well, you've got one of your really good experienced players having to come off, and then you've got to be able to get him back on. So it's a bit of a blow for Hawthorn that Mitchell is going to have to leave the field just for the moment.
Just watch the people barking instructions around the stoppage. You've got Sean Burgoyne doing that with Brad Sewell for the Hawks, Jimmy Bartel, Joel Selwood James Kelly setting up structures for the Cats.
So what have the champs got left? They've won the last 8 in a row against Hawthorn. Sewell kicks it forward. No mark at the front. Lewis arrives. It was Bruce attempting to bring it in. Bruce keeps going. A goal here would end it, you would think. Puopolo is wrapped up from behind and the ball will be bounced yet again. Only 11 metres out from Hawthorn's goal.
Now the runners will be out with the exact time to go, so both teams know the equation.
What a finish, eh? Hale knocks it down, stolen by Selwood. Duncan is not holding the footy. Rioli looked towards the umpire. Sewell goes to Young. High ball down towards full forward. Back goes Hale, hit the post. I'm not sure it was touched. Hit the post. Clock stops on 59. Geelong drive it towards midfield. Thump back towards the 50. Taken by Duncan. Gave it to Podsy Adderley. A little bit rusty. Podsy Adderley holding the ball. Well, Sewell decided to play on. Gives it to Lewis. They scramble it forward. 3-on-1 at the back of the pack. Puopolo right across the face. Gee whiz, that was ambitious. Mackey down at 35 seconds. Finds Duncan. They'll run the outer side. Goes short to Johnson. Johnson hasn't got the carry. Arriving quickly but not in time with Sewell. Selwood looks up. Kicks to Hawkins. And Hawkins is marked right on the 50. He's kicked 5. Down to 17 seconds. If he misses and kicks it behind, if he gets the distance, you would think it's all over. Hawthorn can control the footy. Clock continues to run.
The way he's kicking tonight.
Yeah, it will be a kick perhaps right on the siren or after.
He can go the distance.
Well, he want to freshen up here. This for the game then. Kick is on the way. Siren's gone. They've done it again. They've done it again, the Cats. How about that? The Cat is still on the back. Magnificent. Tom Hawkins has kicked the long-range goal, and those celebrations tell it all. So does that.